Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is TerrenceRe. I got a stock market update for you. We're going to go over some charts, look at some potential trades, do a little market talk about Walmart and Target, what that might mean for the market. We're going to do all of that right after we come from the buffer. What you're looking at right now is the SPX, which is the S&P 500 index. And if you look at my last video, I had on here where the expected move was for the week. And as you can see, I drew these lines in last Friday based off of the expected move on the Tastyworks platform. And basically, if I'm going to come over here to the trade tab. And so today is Thursday, right? So tomorrow will be Friday. So a week from tomorrow would be this expiration right here. Or would it be the 8th day? I'm sorry. And so with that being said, that will be a week from tomorrow. So tomorrow I will update those lines and I will just move it. See where it says 136.64. So I will go 136.64 up and then 136.64 down. That will be the expected move for this options expiration. And I like to do them a week out in time on Friday. And a lot of times, traders will look at that. So let's look and see where we are, right? So, you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then today, Thursday, May 19th. And look, we're right there on the edge of the expected move for the week. So those are pretty good, places to maybe trade around or, just kind of option traders to come in and see. Some people may be getting bullish right here, right? For the rest of, for tomorrow. You can be buying puts today. Buying calls or selling puts weekly. But that's just the kind of how I measure like how volatile the week may be. Now, with that being said, today is pretty much flat. I think overnight the futures were down in all four major indices. The futures were down about 1% or so. And as the market opened, we kind of moved up a little bit. So we got a flat day. And basically the news for the week has been the earnings for Walmart. So I'm gonna take a look at Walmart. This is horrible. And then I'm gonna take a look at Target too. Well, we're gonna sit right here and look at a 3-year of Walmart on the weekly. Look at this. This is horrible. And so when you get something like Walmart, which is pretty much, a staple, what they would call a consumer staple, and you can see Walmart for the last 3 years, each one of these candles represents a week, just kind of like drifting higher. And so basically, it just gave all of that up. This is basically like 1 or 2 days. And, stock going from since April 18th from 160 to 119. And if we go back to the daily, we'll see that basically the last 3 days, 1, 2, 3, look at it, down to 119. So if you had this on your radar, like as you sitting on the sideline with cash to invest into the market, maybe that's not a bad buy. Me personally, I'm not looking. This is what they call catching a falling knife, like literally, almost, because it's coming straight down. And so you coming in here trying to. Let me put my indicators back on, and I like to just see what the oversold. So it's oversold on the RSI. It's all the way down to 15. That's really, really oversold. Anything under 30, and you can see down here on the relative strength index where it's at. So I expect to get a bounce at some point. Now, will it hold? That you don't know. I mean, when I say it bounce, like what they call a dead cat bounce. So you get something, you get a nice little up move up into like maybe 130, or into the gap, maybe 127, 128. And so basically, like what I would do, to be honest with you, because I'm not looking to catch that, I would do something like this. I will come up here where it says no tool, where you got this arrow. I'm gonna click and put like drop down, and then I'm gonna scroll down and go to where I see a flat top, flat bottom. You see this right here. I'm gonna click on it. And so for me, I want to highlight, I'm gonna click right there, come across, click here, and then I want to make this is the gap. And so me, I like to play gaps. Let me move this over some more so I can see it. So what I'm doing now is moving the chart over, clicking on this little cog right here, a gear, and where it says right margin, I'm going to increase it to 20. You see how it's moving it over? I'm getting the chart closer to the center to me, giving me more room out here. So if I want to extend this over time, I can. This is something, now me, I want to see it pull back into here and see how it reacts when it gets here, maybe for a possible short. And you say short, yeah, but you could continue to short down, because you get a big impulse move like this, you normally get a pullback at some point to some degree. And remember, it's oversold on the daily, but this stock, let's look at a weekly, and let's look at like 5 years, and you'll see what I'm talking about. See, do you see how? And then I'm gonna pull this down so you can see the level. So I mean, like all the way down here, like $75, just up. So you got a down move, but how much of this, what do you need it to give up? I gotta see it come all the way down to, I'd short this all the way down to in the 90s, or somewhere down in here around $80. You know, because with the Fed increasing, raising interest rates, it's I think it's gonna change the forecast of some of these stocks. So I don't think you're just gonna continue to see the market drift up anymore. So let's take a look at Target, and I think at Target was pretty much the same thing. But we got to look at that. This is even now. This is a cleaner chart. The other one, I like this the symmetry in this chart. So what I mean, like I can pick out support and resistance places on this chart really easy, and all that is places where the market came up. See how it came up here and then pulled back. So this would then be support. So it breaks it right here. So you could draw a line right here. All right, you see where it's at now, where it came here, pulled back, made a bull flag, right? So that where it pulled down, took out this high, came back and retested, and then took off again. So this would be a level, and it's currently at this level right now. So, and this chart looks really clean. So this is one I'd rather trade this one than Walmart. And so something like this, maybe you'll see a bounce, right? And when I say like a bounce, so that maybe it's a tradable opportunity to the upside, being is that it's oversold. And just looking at what we just looked at, is this something that you can come in and put it on a daily, that we could come in with this big hole right here, right? Is this something on the daily? It's down to 17. When you come in here and maybe buy, come 29 days, and maybe buy a in out spread, right? A call spread to maybe get bullish. I still don't like the way it's priced though, because this is a $5 wide spread. For you would be buying the 150, selling the 155 on a $5 wide spread. I tend to want to pay like 250, at the most maybe 255, right? I don't want to give up too much edge getting into it. So something like this, you're paying 265 for. And so that's something that these are ways that you can trade in this market. I also wanted to go over some things like, so even when the market is going down, there's always something to buy. So if you're getting killed in your portfolios and you're not really good with trading options, there's always, something to buy. Like you come here on the Tastyworks platform, you look over to the left, right here, this little area right here. I'm gonna click on hold this and click on watch list, or highlight it and then click on watch list. So right here, I have something, and then you come up here, you can change and look at different, preset things that Tastywork already has, like watch list. You can come look at stocks at near 52-year high, stocks near 52-year low. You got tasty fast movers. And so what I did today, I came in and I was looking around in tasty fast movers. You can find stuff that's moving fast for the day. And then you come in here and click where it says net change percent and click on it and you can highlight. So now you can see the stuff that's up on the day. INVAX, SHLS. So these stocks are up on the day. And you got some good movers in Moderna. So there's always something that you can buy, and you can kind of you just have to be diligent, be actively managing, instead of just, some people, it's not, if you just want to buy stuff and then forget about it and hold, then that's fine. But if you're somebody, and if that's what you're doing, and your portfolio more than likely is down, like you're getting smoked right now. And so that's one of the things that you can do. You can also, to hedge like your portfolio or something like that, you can trade currencies. All right, so let's take a look at, we're gonna look at some Forex stuff. So I'm gonna come over here. All I did was click on, so I could change my watch list here, or I can do it over here as well. So I can come over here and I'll move this around. Let's go to sectors, not sectors. We're gonna go to futures, and then I'm going to go to micros. Now, so what I'm getting ready to bring up is the futures micros for the Euro USD. Actually, over here, so I can just click on it. And then here we go. And so, man, I don't know if maybe it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, if you were watching, I hit a trade in here. Like I bought the futures somewhere right around in here. You can see it hit right here, and I was out. And so it's down, and now you got the euro making a move up. So if you look up here at the top, it says micro euro USD. So if you're a Forex trader and you're looking at euro USD, this mimics it. So this is the futures market. And I'm on the daily, so I'm gonna drop down and look at now you see this big green candle on the daily. Let me take this off. These are my Fibonacci. So you can see, now let's look and see. I like to trade, like if I have something bullish on the daily, if I have a setup there, then I like to, now, one of the things I like to look at is to see if I got divergence. And this is this is a prime example of having some divergence. So I got a low, we got high, and then we got low, right? So right here, I'm gonna draw a trend line. Now, you see this trend line right here. Now, I'm gonna come down here on the MACD, and I'm gonna draw a trend line. So what you have divergence. The momentum oscillator, which is what the MACD is, moving average, convergence, divergence, is showing you that the momentum has changed to the upside, right? It's gone bullish, but the Euro USD was continuing to make lower lows. Now we got a high, so we could come in here and I would look for something to try to get bullish if I was gonna look for some type of setup. If you want to do something like intraday, I would come to 5 minute. Now we already missed the move, Like if I would have looked at this like this morning, look, right, off of that divergence. But I would still say that we hadn't missed everything, because I would think that we would get some type of pullback into here, and maybe that move will continue. So, because we got our divergence on the daily, so I will continue to look for moves. And you can see now I'm on the hourly, you see the trend line, and you can see how we got the up move down, and we right here. Now, if you wanted to short, because you can see that it's oversold on the RSI on the 1 hour, look like it's breaking down, you might be able to get up. You might be able to, in the Euro USD, steal something out, maybe short down to here. And that's probably about 20, 25, maybe 30 pips, or handles if you're trading futures, pips if you're trading Forex. So you can really do everything on the platform. I see I got one person watching, so that's why I'm in here, just going over some Forex stuff. We can look at um, a little Nasdaq setup as well. I go back to my watch list, and we can see same thing. This is an hourly chart. Let's go back to the daily and let's take a look at it. See what it looks like. Now this is the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is on the daily. It's been getting killed, right? So we're right here at the bottom, right, of the low, of the previous low. So something like this. Now you can trade in and out on small time frames like the 1 minute or something like this, but I'll be careful trying to get bullish. Me personally, I like to see it make an up move and get up in here and then try to sell, right? Like fade the rally. But if you're going to get bullish, it might not be. You got a wick here and you got a wick there. Just got to be careful. Trade small. So you could trade this if you got a certain platform. You could trade the Nas 100, or you trading futures in the Nasdaq or something like that. Another thing I wanted to talk about in this video was Apple. Apple's getting decimated. And you can see I got it plotted out. So I see you, Joe. That's why I went over that NAS. So that was the bell. That was it for the session. So I see that's why I looked at NAS. I'm gonna go back to it. So since you're in it right now, let's take a look at it. Are you on the 1 minute? Let's see. Just trying to find out what time frame he's on. So let's look at it just to see. He say he's in a buy. So let's take a look at it. Now, probably it's not a bad place to buy, right? Buy what they say, buy low, sell high. And so looking at this, like you got this wick, and so it came back and you got this wick right here. So this is the daily, and it closed like market just closed like right here. So if I was to go to, let's look at it on the 5-minute time frame first and see what we got cracking. So this was around like 4. Now this right here is for like if you're scalping. So anybody watching this video, you're a scalper, you want to make some money in and out, you're trying to make money. Like you have people that trade and try to make money daily, like in the first hour or so of the market. Which is if you're good at it, it's a skill. So you got right here around 4, and you got right around 6 o'clock, you got this up move here. And so now we back down here. So let's, on the 5 minute, so it would look even smaller on the 1 minute. But I like to, so you see it came down here. Let's see if we got any divergence. I like to see divergence to signal a turn in the market. So you do have a little divergence from here to here. And the market, you see the market kept making lows. but the momentum oscillator changed here. So that's what that would be. And so if you were going to do some scalping, come up there, you got, it's making highs, 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 highs. And you got this high right around lunchtime, like 11:40. And then so you got probably people covered, take a little profit, and then here we are. So the only thing I would say, what I don't like is that the market came, made this low, pulled back, and then took out the lows. So I will watch that to see how far down it actually retraces from this low, right? So if I, from here to here, let's see if it comes down in this area. This would be a nice area for support. So this would be a nice area for support, like right here. So we'll see. Um, but I'm gonna go back to Apple, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. The one thing that I wanted to say why I continue to think that the market overall will stay bearish is because I got a target for Apple. My target is right around here at 120, right? And that's from this high to this low and this pullback on this bear flag on the daily. And then I threw my Fibonacci retracements on, and then I plotted out in the last level, and you can see it's hitting these levels. 1618, right around here at the 2618. You got two more levels. You got a level here at 130, and then you got a level at 120, right around 120.80, somewhere right around there. So I think that Apple would get there. And with Apple making up being the largest stock in the S&P 500, that's going to, I just don't see the market being able to mount too much of a rally with the largest stocks continuing to go down. So I still got Apple going down, making a target of 120. I got Microsoft going down. I got Microsoft, before it's all said and done, going down and hit a target right around 180. I got Tesla. I got the bottom falling out of Tesla. Yeah, Tesla. I could be wrong, but I got the bottom falling out of Tesla. Well, I'm not even going. We won't even go look at how far I got Tesla going down. But we got the next level right around 580 or something. We'll call it right around 600. So we still got to look. So, but we may get a bounce, in between. Nothing goes straight down and nothing. They don't go straight down or straight up. Unless it's Walmart or Target, which is not a good sign for the market for for stocks like that to drop. Stocks that aren't normally volatile to drop like that. And Bitcoin just been drifting. It was around this 37.5 level for a few months. Then it finally took that low out, and it's just drifting here. It's not making any sharp moves to the upside, and so it's been tracking with the Nasdaq. So if you see Bitcoin continuing to go down, I've been looking at that as bearish. Like Bitcoin is moving with the market. It's not acting as a hedge. It's not acting as a store of value. It's acting as a volatile tech stock that's moving with tech. So you're owning Bitcoin right now is just like owning the Nasdaq or the QQQ. Was there anything else that DraftKings? I do have and I got this from the show. If you guys don't know, Tasty Trade does they do a live show from the market hours, and even after hours they're on too. Um, and so I seen one of the research team members. They did a trade on DraftKings. I jumped in it too. Um, they sold a put. And I'll tell you, I normally just don't copy trade. I didn't copy the trade. I seen the trade and then I looked at it to see if I liked it, right? And I'll show you what I looked at. I dropped down to the hour time frame, and I seen this flag. So there was a flag back on May 12th when the market opened. The DraftKings popped up. You see it pull back, and then it crossed and it gapped up over the Wilder's smoothing moving average. And so at that point, I put my fib retracement on. It started to, it pulled back to that golden level right in there between 61.8 and 0.382. And then at that point, it's up. I would have liked to have gotten in right here, but I missed that. So I sold the put. We got a put that sold a put 57 days out at the 12.5 strike. I think I collected about $1. I don't know. Let's look at the chains. So I can come over here and click bring this out. I can look at the chain analysis, and I collected what, 128. So I'm looking to, snatch about 60, $65 out of it. And you can see I sold the put on it right here. And that's just a way to get long. So you can sell puts to get long, or I could have bought shares. But this is selling this put, it didn't, as far as margin, I think it's not holding a whole lot of margin. So I've about 100 shares. I've been into it for about $1,300, $1,350 or whatever it was. So, I think that I put my fibs on, so I got it going up to all the way up to about $18. Right? We'll see if I'm right. And that's why I got in, I followed into the trade. If I hadn't seen this, I probably wouldn't have done it. But I seen this flag, so I got to do it. That's my setup. Anytime I get flags, bullish flags, bearish flags, then I tend to jump into the trade. I trade my setup no matter what. It's only at that point that I need to figure out what type of option strategy that I want to use to take advantage of trying to figure out how to preserve capital, not use a whole lot of capital, and then still have a high probability trade at the same time. So if there's anything that you guys want to see me go over, you want to see me do some more technical stuff, show you how I draw trend lines, how I use Fibonacci to set up trades. You got some stocks that you want to see me go over, stuff you want to see me talk about, some more Bitcoin, some more Forex. I got a lot of stuff I can go into the bag. So just let me know, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and share the video. And with that, guys, I'm out. Peace.